I know how to load 4 steers into a livestock trailer, but getting just one of them in there is going to take some setup and some planning. So I got to make some adjustments out here. Good morning. I'm Mark. Welcome back to the farm. You know what's disconcerting? Is when you come out in the morning to do your chores, one of which is to let the hens out of the coop, and the hens are all out of the coop. It would seem that somehow, for some reason, I managed to forget to close the coop last night. I was working on the video, and I guess I just got excited and forgot that I needed to do it. It's happening more as I get older. Not excited about that. Well, I was debating this morning whether or not I was going to move the steers and then move the chickens, because the steers still have quite a bit of forage out there. And so the fact that the chickens were out made that decision for me. I'm not going to move the chickens today. But I did reconfigure their pen. All right, so it was a straight line off of here before going to the far corner. I pulled that far fence line in about 25 feet and was able to extend it down here, so that now the chickens are walking in the space behind where the chicken tractors are for the pullets and the meat birds. These guys are notoriously messy with their feed. They scatter it everywhere. They don't eat it all. And typically what happens is we are delighted and amused to see the field filled with turkeys and sandhill cranes and other birds, ducks, take their shot at it, that they come out and they try to eat all this feed that's been spilled in the ground. Well, there's still a fair amount out there. It occurred to me that I paid for it. I think my chickens should eat it. It's a good plan. Excited to be a part of it. Gorgeous morning here on the farm. Beautiful blue skies and the perfect temperature. It's like in the high 50s and just perfect. So I actually got started this morning. I already moved all the younger birds, moved their fencing, put it into a new place. Something occurred to me, and I don't know, people might not care about this. If it does, scan forward a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to take. But one of the things that a lot of folks do homesteading or this is they use this Premier One poultry netting, and picking it up and putting it out are 2 tasks that you will repeat over and over and over again, and you get pretty good at it. One thing that's easy to screw up with this is when you're picking it up, you either go all the way down all 16 lengths, in which case you got to have pretty big hands and good grip strength to hold all that, or you go part way, set the fence down, and then come the other way with the rest of that piece of fence and just make a nice fence pile. It is so easy to get those twisted when you do it. And so I just thought, for grins and giggles, I would just show you my technique for making it easy. The catch is, here's the secret. Just give me a minute. They're mad they're not out yet. Here's the secret. Whatever you do going one way, mirror image it coming back. And I'll show you why. So what I do is I will set myself to the fence. I'll pull with the front hand and carry with this hand, with the back hand or the inside hand, depending on which it is. So just boom, lift, lay it down, keep going. Trying as you go to get it to set comfortably in the hand, even with the other stakes, and try and keep all the fencing material from getting stabbed onto the end of your stakes. Corner post. All right, now it gets to be quite a handful as you're going along, and it gets tougher and tougher to hold it, pull it, and keep everything lined up so it doesn't Really? Really? It just gets tougher to hang on to this. So you go about 10 or 11 lengths, and then you set it down on the ground, gently. There it is. Second I turned the camera off and stopped talking, they got quiet. Listen to that, you hear anything? No. All right, now that you got that laid down, stakes at this side, folded portion of the fence towards the next post. All right, now you're gonna come down here and start over. All right, now you reverse it. All right, now I'm still standing on the outside of the fence. Again, pull with the front hand, pull with the back, but now it's my left hand, right? So I'm opposite. And I just go back, just like same thing, and I keep going. And here's what you end up with. All right, and then you just lay that right on top to match. All the prongs are at this end. All the fence tops are at that end. Then when you're ready to go, scoop up the whole bundle and walk away. What if you screw this up? Here's what it looks like. Okay, so to do opposite like I just showed, take with the front hand, hold with the back hand. Now, let's say I screw that up, all right? And I take with the back hand and hold with the front hand. All right, so I'm good. It's the same, it would be like the same thing I did coming the other way. So I'm just repeating it here. What happens? All right, I've got a pretty healthy twist in my fence, right? Because it's all going the wrong way now. So in order to get the tines to align, because if I just lay it down like this, now I've got opposite, and when I go to lay out the fence next time, it's going to be a little bit of chaos. If I flip it to do that, that's fine. Now I've got tines to tines, tops to tops. However, this is my end stake. It's now going to be on the inside when I lay it down. It's like flipping your peanut butter and jelly sandwich and putting the bread on the inside. When you go to lay it down, you're going to get all knotted up as you get to the end of your fence line, because as you try and string it out, it's going to start catching, it's going to get tangled. It's just a pain. Let me demonstrate. When I go to lay my fence out, you take the piece on the end and you drop it down and you go to move back. But guess what happened? Mine is inverted. That's not the end piece, that's one of the middle pieces. So there's my end piece finally, and depending on how far along you were when you did that, it's going to be more deeply buried even than this. I don't know. It's not that cosmic once you get doing it for a while, and everybody figures out a system for themselves. They are not happy to not be out yet. Everybody figures out a system for themselves. And it doesn't take that long. You know, I'd say within a month of making regular moves, you got this down to a fine art. If you're concerned about, you know, what happens if I get it so snarled up, it's like a yo-yo string or something else, you're not going to do that. Justin Rhodes has a R-H-O-D-E-S, Justin Rhodes. He has a whole video that he did where he tried to get his poultry netting so snarled up and so messed up that he could not undo it to do an installation. And he had his kids come out and try and just get it all wadded up on him. He was throwing it in the air, he was rolling it around, he was doing, nope, it worked out just fine. He was able to get all that stuff off. So, I don't know. I thought that was kind of an interesting thing to share because it's just pure technique. Everybody figures out their own. That's mine for doing it. All right, I got to get these girls moved before there's a full-on mutiny. Yeah. Every day, about this time, they find a spot in the sun, they lay down, chew their cud, take a nap, just embracing full-on cow snooziness. I get into that. Get the steers moved over. They're cleaning up this area so I don't have to mow it. You can tell where they were. No doubt about it. No doubt. And then you can also tell what they like and what they don't like. They didn't want to eat that. So they picked all around it. It's like a little kid spreading his carrots out on his plate or something, so they try to make it look like they ate some, but they didn't. That's all I like to see, boys, a steer skirmish line. Come on, tighten it up. Tighten it up. No, you're, okay, almost. Guys will never defend the Republic. God. Well, tomorrow's the day I take one of these guys to get processed. In fact, this guy right here. So as I've said before, I know how to load 4 steers into a livestock trailer, but getting just one of them in there is going to take some setup and some planning. So I got to make some adjustments out here so that I can set up a corral to create a chute to drive just one steer into the livestock trailer. To do that, I need to move all of the corral material from way out there and put it on the other side of the sheds here near that gate. And to do that, I need to get the pallet forks, which are over there, which is inside the fencing that I have the steers in now. So that was some really impressive forward thinking on that. Got everything down here. Here's the end of my fence right now. So my goal is going to be to set this up in such a way that I pull the tape at the far end. The steers move this way into a corral area that comes down and gets narrow, and then I'll have the livestock trailer parked at this end with the door open, and I should be able to, I want to try and isolate just one of the steers and then sort of herd him into the back of the livestock trailer separate from the rest of the herd. As other animals get clear, I'm going to have the door down there, the gate. I'll have, not this gate, but the gate for the corral, not this one, but the corral gate. Open it up and let them out. here it is. Here's what I'm gonna run with. So the idea is I'm gonna take back the livestock trailer up right here, and I'll put the outside edge of it right here on this gate or on this fence piece. I'll open up the door, I'll pull this one over so that the chute only goes into the trailer. And so back in here is where they're gonna come in to this area. So tomorrow when I move them, I will drop the fence right there and right here. They'll come in. We're gonna have the gate open on the other side so that they can proceed through. And then we're just watching for one particular steer. As soon as they come through or until they come in, then immediately we'll try and isolate that steer to start coming down this way. If we can just get the others out, that'll be a good step in the right direction. Close that, and then we can take our time and gradually herd him down here and into the back of the trailer. They've done the back of the trailer a couple of times, so it's not, I don't know how long their memory is. So it shouldn't be like a super scary place to be, except for the fact that he's gonna be alone. These are herd animals, right? That's not what they do. They don't do alone. So we'll see how this goes. And then if I can start getting him pushed forward right into the chute, once he passes this point, we'll slide long 2x6s across between these so that now he's contained fully down at this end. And then we'll just slowly work him in and get him up into the trailer. Once he's in, we'll close it up and we'll take him down the road. All right, now I gotta get the truck, hook up the livestock trailer, and I'm gonna pre-position that today so that I'm not trying to do it in the morning when maybe that's not gonna be the best time to try and deal with any issues that come up. Okay, truck's in place. This is all ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll take that piece of fencing right there, pull that in tighter up against the side of the livestock trailer. Make sure nobody can sneak through there. And then the other side, I already got that one in there pretty tight. It's a good bit of parking. So next video, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the plan works. But the key is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So let's take my time. I'll ask for help. Get the missus out there, maybe the man cub, and see if we can't get this done. It's a lot of stuff. But for today, I think that's going to do it for here. I'll talk to you guys later.